Hi, so today we're going to talk about how to pack up a backpack for doing geology fieldwork. So the first thing I always like to make sure I have is my hand lens, an essential tool for any geologist. And then we also want to always make sure we have a good geologic map for whatever area we're working in. And of course, you never leave home without your trusty field notebook. And it's also very important to make sure we have some good references for wherever we're studying. So as a volcanologist, I like to always take my encyclopedia of volcanoes with me. And since I'm doing work on Mount St. Helens in particular, I also want to make sure I have a good reference book for Mount St. Helens. So we also want to make sure we have something to store the samples we collect in. So I like to use one of these classic clay flower pots, handy for all sorts of things. And last but not least, every geologist needs their coffee. So I like to stick with the classic Mr. Coffee. Because we're doing geology fieldwork, we never know exactly what kind of conditions we're going to encounter, and we might end up having to do some digging. So it's always worth taking a shovel. And the last thing I make sure I have is one of these handy tools, a pickaxe, which is very useful for either digging your own little mine shafts or functioning as an all-purpose rock hammer. Alright, so now we're all packed up. And you might wonder, isn't this an awfully lot to be carrying around on your back? And that's why you don't actually carry it around on your back. We outsource that work to our trusty pack assistants. Alright, so now we're just going to take our pack and load it onto our trusty pack animal here. You want to make sure you always, of course, attach the hip straps. Yeah, make sure it's secure, and then you're good to go.